Hello guys, this is ZelinkSupporter and Jake is back. Say hi, Jake.
Hi.
Yeah, this is where we ended. It was a CG and the recording from last episode was getting too long. Jake had stuff to do last night.
I got my paper done and I turned it in. Now I need to work on the 15-page essay later.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, read your damn line.
I can't see it. There we go.
Now read it.
Speaking of potentially illegal things.
Alright, we talk about illegal things. Here you go, Sierra. Eat up.
Oh, Jesus. That scares me.
What is this exactly? It's a delicious homemade omelet.
Can't what?
Omelet, you say?
She should not eat omelet. She should not even make omelets, ever.
There's no fish in omelets!
Unless you choose to put fish in omelets.
No, there's no fish head in omelet in any way.
Well, I digress for the fish head, but in general, if you want fish in omelet, you can put in fish, just not a fish head.
I don't even know how that got there.
It's Mitsuki. Hello.
I'm not familiar with the food you humans eat on Earth, but, no, I didn't know omelet. It says I didn't know omelet.
I don't know.
I didn't know omelet was supposed to look like this. It's my own original recipe. It'll probably...
That's deadly.
Original, It certainly looks unique.
And deadly.
I poured my heart and soul into making this just for you.
It wasn't worth it.
You know, something tells me that she's trying to kill her.
Yep.
But I thought you didn't trust me. I don't, but I do trust Lily's judgment. And any friend of hers is a friend of mine. And I wanted to welcome you to our group. Now you must be hungry. Please, feel free to dig in.
I don't trust this.
Are you sure this is alright? Of course I'm sure. I made it just for you. And I'm very thankful for that, but, well... Do you think, Lil?
Sarah looks at me for guidance. I swear, I can see a comically oversized droplet of sweat rolling down her brow. And I can't say I blame her. Mitsuki's cooking isn't improved over the last day. If anything, it's gotten worse.
It looks the same.
Yeah. It would be charitable to call Mitsuki's meal an omelet at all. It's not even remotely recognizable as a food substance. Most of it is charred black, but bits of it are flecked with green, purple, and even yellow.
I see orange, not yellow.
A truly foul smell rises from Mitsuki's concoction. When I squint, I swear I can see a fish head poking out from beneath the folds of the unappetizing mush. I'm not sure how Mitsuki managed to create something so hideous, but it's kind of impressive. Is she really trying to welcome Sarah to our family, or is she trying to punish her for getting between us? I don't know. She would fit in really well with Sayaka and Hikari for the really bad at cooking part. But I do know the sweetest smile of Mitsuki's face is nothing short of terrifying. Maybe we should give Sarah some advice before she falls foul of a horrible fate.
Well, I'm not gonna let her die.
That's not have her. Good Samaritan.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat that if I were you. But I put so much effort into creating this dish. I know, and I'm sure Sarah is very grateful, but I kind of have a craving for fast food right now. Oh, is that so? Yeah. Hey, I have an idea. Since Sarah's new to our household and is not familiar with human custom, why don't we go somewhere fun? Fun? That's right.
The arcade sounds nice.
She did mention video games.
That would be my answer. The arcade.
I mean, she did mention video games.
She did.
It's still pretty early, so I don't think an arcade would be open. So we should go out together and enjoy ourselves.
Did you literally just said I don't think an arcade would be open?
No, that's what I said.
Oh. Actually, no, it depends.
They live in Japan, Jake. I doubt it would be open.
Again, you'd be surprised. There are those,
Jake, you've never been to Japan either.
No, but there are those, Wi-Fi cafes where you can literally just go in and play on the computers for hours at a time.
That's a cafe. You can do that in any cafe.
They're literally open 24/7.
I believe it. That's a cafe,
They can't force you
Jake.
to leave
That's
unless you choose to.
That's a cafe, dude. We'll stop and grab a bite to eat on the way. What do you say? Well, if you're sure. It seems a shame to waste the omelet, though. Maybe I'll wrap it up and put it in the fridge for another day.
No.
That's right, you do that, Mitsuki.
But don't blame me if it happens to go missing in the middle of the night. Sarah looks at me, her eyes wide with gratitude. When she rises from the table with faulty footsteps, the smell of the omelet must have left an impact. She whispers
Thank you.
under her breath.
I mean, I could have been a bitch.
I guess that one's casually averted. I've done my good deed for the day. Is Sarah wearing fishnet stockings?
Is she?
She is. They're just white, so you can't really see them.
Oh yeah, I see him.
The only way you can really see them is if you look at the shadow on her legs from her shorts.
Right. What manner of place is this?
Sarah looks around our surroundings, her eyes and mouth both open. She looks like she's just seen a unicorn. I guess I can understand her surprise. This place is a little overwhelming, even for me. I've never been here before either. I've seen it enough times on TV. So they knew how to get there.
I have a feeling Mitsuki had something to do with that.
Yeah, it's a theme park, but it's not just any theme park. It's the theme park to go to if you're in Tokyo. I want to go to Japan.
Well,
I really do.
Jake, you'd probably have a better time there than I would.
Why is that?
Asians generally don't. Asians are generally afraid of black people.
It's not like you purposely hurt anybody.
Well, they don't know that. Asians, they're not a racist. They're more ignorant, and basically,
They're stereotypical.
yeah, they're not racist. They just don't know any better.
It's the one and only.
Isn't it obvious? We're at Destinyland. Oh, come on, you didn't even try there.
Is that supposed to be a rip-off of Disneyland?
I think so. Destinyland?
Unless, hold on, I actually want to look this up.
Go ahead.
I'm curious, is Destinyland an actual place?
I mean, the game is too new to even confirm anything.
What the fuck? Okay, Disneyland's a made-up place that was found in a novel.
Okay. Anyway.
So it's not an actual place, it's just made up.
Okay. Anyway, read your damn line.
We're only in the entrance plaza, but I can hear the shrill screams of crowds being jerked about on roller coasters in the distance. To make it sound so violent. Cheery young music pipes through the air. People in animal costumes welcome us into the park. Excuse me.
Damn it, Jake.
A young girl lets go of her balloon and starts sniffling as it flies away through the azure sky. Destinyland. A land of hopes and dreams. This is seriously just becoming more and more like Disneyland. But Sarah looks completely out of her element.
I've never heard of this place before. What? Really?
You forget she's a Cupid.
Where have you been living? Under a rock?
In the heavens.
She actually answers that, Jake. In heaven,
better.
actually.
I'm getting better at
Moving
reading
around
these
sounds
games.
rather cramped and impractical. I wasn't being serious, you know.
Well, technically,
Oh
it
god,
would
Jake,
be-
she meant Jake. Sierra's sarcasm blind.
Oh shit. Well,
I take everything seriously. It's the only way to become a good Cupid. I can tell.
quick question.
Yeah.
Don't you think she shouldn't be mentioning that she's a Cupid in public?
Why? There's no one around them. They're just at the entrance.
Still.
Anyway, I think it's one of Sierra's charm points. You don't need to ruffle my hair. But I wanna!
You.
I mean, I play with your hair all the time. You don't seem to.
Well, that's a new face.
I mean, you don't seem to mind.
Well, I do, because of the fact my hair is long. If it was a lot shorter, I wouldn't mind.
Well, just say so, Jake, and I'll still do it anyway.
I know. That's why I don't bother, because you'll do it anyways.
But I'll suppose I'll allow it for now.
I knew she'd cave in. No girl can resist my charms.
You hear that? You heard it here first, girls. You're all for Jake. Sluts. Honestly, though, I can't believe it. How can you not have heard of Destinyland in this day and age? I don't have enough time to research silly things like this. I'm too busy with work.
Well, you don't have a job now.
Sorry, I've never been to the human world.
Sarah catches the eyes of a small child a few paces away, chomping on a bright pink candy floss and possums.
Tokyo before. I didn't know you had huge plazas like this, filled with so many people. And so much noise, too.
Sarah pulls a face.
Is this the spot of pagan worship?
I open my mouth ready to counter her question when... I pause.
Did Lilith actually bite her tongue? I doubt it.
Keep going! Maybe Sarah isn't too far off the mark after all. I guess, in a sense, Disneyland is a little bit like a side of pagan worship. But the people who pilgrimage here don't come to worship gods. They come to worship the face that dominates all of Western civilization. Roland Rat. God damn it!
What?
It is a ripoff.
Told you.
Mickey Mouse, Roland Rat.
I told you!
They really had to try hard just not to get in trouble.
I mean, they knew what they were doing. They got as close as they could without getting in trouble.
Yeah. How did a cartoon rat gain so much power anyway? Even some of the girls back in Cupid Academy had Roland Rat themed stationery and tote bags. They thought he was cute. Sarah might be the only Cupid who doesn't know about Disneyland. It's because she's so super serious. She never had any time for anything other than studying. She never had any dreams bigger than being the top class Cupid. She had no places she wanted to go. No sights she wanted to see. To be honest, it's kind of sad. Maybe that's why I wanted to bring her here. As Sarah's friend, it's my job to help her expand her horizons.
Putting things in paganism is one side now. I think you'll enjoy this place, Sierra. It's popular with young women, and characters here are cute, right? I don't know.
Sarah eyes one of the staff members distrustfully.
This place is full of false idols. They don't seem very virtuous.
Sarah looks at the small child with the candy floss again. Her nose wrinkles. Does she not like kids?
And they start integrating them so young. I don't know what you're talking about, but this isn't an evil place. In fact,
not.
it's the happiest place on earth. How can you be so? How can that be How can that be qualified exactly? It's all over the advertisements. Everybody knows that. Well, I don't. Then try listening. In Destiny Island, I said Destiny Island. Kingdom Hearts reference. In
Destiny Land. Oh my god, really?
I did it by accident. Shut up. In Disneyland, the staff dresses up as characters from Destiny movies, and there are a lot of rides and delicious food. It's amazing. I always wanted to come here ever since I was a little girl. My parents didn't really have the money. Thank you for bringing me here, Lil.
Where did Little get the money to come here?
She stole it off of wealthy businessmen.
Itsuki takes hold of my hands with her own. Our fingers whip together. Her eyes are so bright and shining like shooting stars, and her face is flushed.
It is? I can't tell.
Just click, see if it changes.
No, it didn't.
Itsuki doesn't look happy. That doesn't begin to cover it.
That's me.
She looks elated.
This is like all my childhood dreams coming true. I always wanted to come to Disneyland when I was like, but it's even better than I imagined. Hey now, you don't need to thank me.
I pat her on the head.
I like spoiling my girls. Your girl? I'm your girl? Now she's blushing. Oh, dreamy. It's only a dream when I was going to Disneyland. I'm glad it made you happy. I wanted to come here for a while too. I figured it'd be fun if we all went around together. But, are you not enjoying yourself, Sierra? Well...
Sarah bites her lower lip. She looks around the plaza with its pastel buildings and food carts and frowns.
It's a bit overwhelming. I've never been anywhere like this before, and there are so many people.
An empty styrofoam cup, still leaking coffee, bounces along the ground. It hits Sarah's shoe and comes to a sudden halt.
There's a lot of litter, too. Jake's worst enemy.
How's that my worst enemy?
Because I say so.
I'm more so irritated by the fact that people don't even throw away their trash when there's literally a trash can right next to them.
I don't know if this is my kind of place. Look at Mitsuki's face.
I just noticed that.
It's a bit too much for me. Aw, I was enjoying that face. You might not like it, but it's exactly my kind of place. Super happy we came here.
Itsuki loops her arms through mine and squeezes against my side.
If you don't like it, Sarah, you can go home. I don't explore the park with them. Isn't that for the best? Couldn't it make everybody happy?
Jesus.
Well. I've never been to a place like this before, and I must admit I am somewhat curious.
And she's staying.
She's sarcasm blind, no doubt.
Well, duh.
I like exploring new places and learning about new things. It helps the mind develop. I don't want to be ignorant.
Learn how to tell sarcasm too. That'd be nice.
Knowledge is power. I'm interested, but I don't want to look around on my own. If you think I would be a bother, then I can always leave. Maybe you should. I don't want anyone interrupting our lovey-dovey time with Lilith. I thought as much. At least she's honest. You two are really close, huh? That's right. And I'm just a third wheel. Tira.
I look between Sarah and Mitsuki. Mitsuki is still clinging to my arm. And why are there such big gaps between the words?
Deal with it, Jake.
While Sarah's standing a few feet away, an empty cup of coffee still at her right foot. She looks awkward, but she's staring down at the ground. I should have known Sarah's never been very good with crowds, and despite being so book smart, she doesn't have any street smarts. There weren't for me, she'd totally be overwhelmed. Sarah can look around the park on her own, but Mitsuki doesn't seem to want to share me. Well, I had to make a choice between the two of them. Just look around the park together.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna choose either of them. I was gonna choose one or the other.
And so we ended up like this. Mitsuki does not look happy.
I feel ill. What's wrong? Can't handle all the excitement? I don't mind excitement.
Now there's a lie if I've ever heard one.
I burped. But that thing wasn't exciting.
I'm assuming they just went on a roller coaster.
But I thought you were supposed to be a Cupid. Flying through the air shouldn't be a big deal for you. I would be able to fly through the air, but I would never leave around and go upside down like that.
Yep, roller coaster.
Why not? Because it's a waste of energy. It would make me feel ill. How boring. I'm not boring. I'm just being practical. You sound like an old woman. I am not old! I didn't say you were, I said you act like it. I was trying to show you a fun, exciting experience that you've never been on a roller coaster before. All you do is nag.
Yep, they were on a roller coaster.
Nag. Worse than my grandmother. She has arthritis.
Jesus!
Mitsuki, calm down a bit. You're getting a little harsh here. You're unbelievable.
Sarah shakes her head. She looks nonplussed. I'm hungry.
Damn it, Jake!
My stomach literally just growled.
I hope that captured on the audio. I can't believe you seriously enjoy being whisked around and thrown around without any control. You must be a masochist who enjoys something horrible. And you must be the biggest stick in the mud I've ever met.
I can't hear you, Jana. You got quiet. There we go. Never mind.
Why do you try to live your life over there? Why don't you try to live your life over there, have fun? It's what humans do for fun.
Sure, points at the roller coaster in the distance.
Then I don't want any part of to play it. Then don't. Why don't you just go home?
Mitsuki wraps her arm around mine and draws me close. Mitsuki's acting like a bitch.
I liked Mitsuki, but I don't know what. Well, she's jealous. So.
Yeah.
We don't need you here. You're ruining my date with Willem. Ruining?
Sarah looks between us. She blinks. I don't think this was supposed to be a date.
No, dates don't usually bring another person.
Well, duh. That ruins the purpose of a date.
You are. You totally are.
Willem, just say something.
I think it's best.
I thought if I looked around the park with the two of them, they'd at least try to tolerate each other. Maybe Mitsuki and Sarah are too different to get along. Mitsuki is impulsive and has a fiery temper, while Sarah is cautious and overly analytical. They're like polar opposites. This might have been a bad idea.
Oh.
They're both shouting at me. She's lost in thought, which is a shock. What am I, a preschool teacher? How am I supposed to split them up and put them in time? Am I supposed to split them up and put them in timeout? Yes.
I mean, you could just walk in between them instead of being over here.
Yeah. I thought they were supposed to be grown women. Well, having two girls fight over me isn't too bad, I guess. I just wish they'd be a little nicer to each other. I probably need to step in.
No shit! Why don't we take a break from riding roller coasters? Yes, let's do that. I'm feeling quite queasy. Huh? But we still didn't get to go on Star Mountain. I feel like that's a reference to something, but I'm not clever. Clever enough.
I can't think of it.
Good. I'd rather pull my own fingernails out than lay line another hour for a mental privilege of feeling ill.
Oh, I hated that about going to Disney World. The lines were too long.
They were. Because everyone's there when you normally decide to go.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All you ever do is complain. Can't you lighten up? You should take the Lord's name in punishable offense in heaven. Why do I care? Sure.
They're growling at each other. If they keep gritting their teeth together, they'll sand them down.
Look, girls. It isn't fair if we only do things you want. Look, it isn't fair if we only do things you want to do, Mitsu. But I've wanted to come here since I was a kid. I know, and I don't want to spoil your fun, but Sierra's with us too. If she doesn't like roller coasters, we shouldn't force her to go on them. Well, then she could sit. Well, then she could sit out on the roller coasters, and you could, or then you could go on.
You two could go on.
That's what we did when we traveled in a group.
If you didn't like something, you didn't have to go on.
We didn't like something, we just sit it out and watch everyone else. Then again, that doesn't really. Then again, Sierra has a big problem with crowds, so it's probably not the best idea.
Yeah.
Fine then, Mitsuki can go on, and these two can stay together. Well, maybe you're right. Why don't we go on the big ride together? And Sierra can carry our bags.
Jesus.
That doesn't sound like fun at all. That isn't fair either. Maybe we should do something we all can enjoy. Oh, like what? Maybe you could play some games.
Get some food, because they haven't done that yet.
Maybe they did it off camera.
Oh.
But they could play some games.
Yeah.
Well... Oh, they went on the roller coaster. Or
That's not a roller coaster.
Ferris
That's
wheel.
Shut
up!
a very craft Ferris wheel.
I mean, usually well, then again, Jake, they both wanted to sit by the little...
I was gonna say, can't someone at least sit on the other side? Then again, it's not very convenient for the CG.
Yeah.
At least this episode was shorter than the last one.
Thank God. And be glad I warped some of the last episode, after the CG into last episode, otherwise this one would be longer.
Shit. I don't know what to do about this.
Anyway, bye guys.
Bye.